Coming up on Valley News Live at 6, when Dean Brashani will be stepping down as president at NDSU. Plus, there's not enough caregivers at CCRI, what it means for those who continue to work, and the challenge of finding more help. And the Fargo bar that's on thin ice with the city and why. Valley News Live at 6 starts right now.
This is Valley News Live at 6.
I have significant concerns about public safety if this establishment continues to operate under its current management and scheme.
A Fargo nightclub is one step away from having its license suspended tonight after Fargo police describe a laundry list of investigations, including a homicide, underage drinking, and security guards keeping guns in the fridge. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley was at today's Liquor Control Board meeting and joins us live now in the studio with our story. Bailey?
Mike, downright scary. That's what one Liquor Control Board member said this afternoon after hearing Fargo Police Chief David Zabolski's explosive presentation on the recent incidents at the Africa Bar and Nightclub off of 45th Street. Now, Zabolski says his department has responded to the club 12 times between April and May this year for incidents including over-intoxication, a woman discharging a gun in the parking lot, assaults, and of course the May 23rd homicide of the club's security guard, 28-year-old Dominic McNair. Zabolski says the homicide investigation has shed light on a plethora of illegal and dangerous practices at the club, including security guards clearing the club's parking lot after bar close, all while carrying handguns, something police say McNair was doing on the night he was killed, despite McNair being a convicted felon and not legally able to possess a firearm.
Nightclub security pats down customers at the door to see if they have any weapons. If a handgun is discovered, the employee will retain the handgun on site and return it to the patron when they leave the nightclub. That is not lawful.
Fargo police also publicly unveiled the first surveillance photos from the homicide case showing 3 club employees inside the building holding firearms. But due to a lack of legal employment records or cooperation from the club's owner, Francis Brown, police have not been able to identify or locate all of these men for questioning.
He told law enforcement that he leaves it up to his employees whether or not they want to be on the books and receive a paycheck or be paid in cash at the end of the shift.
Zabolski says the amount and the significance of incidents over the last 2 months at the nightclub have put a large strain on resources and public safety. The Liquor Control Board ultimately voting to pass the issue on to the City Commission to consider suspending the club's license for at least 60 days. Mike?
Much, Bailey. Now, coming up tonight on Valley News Live at 10, we're going to dig into why the club could only be suspended and what warrants a business to have their license revoked. Again, that's tonight on Valley News Live at 10. A different bar in Fargo is being slapped with a fine after Fargo police say a server didn't card a minor boy who was later involved in a deadly crash in North Fargo in February. 21-year-old Isaiah Johnson was in the car with Elijah Vistens at the time of a single car crash. Johnson was thrown from the passenger seat and died from his injuries. Vistens admitted to drinking before the crash. He was drinking at Cactus Jack Saloon at 9 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. Surveillance video from the bar shows Vistens was served without being carded on February 13th. On to the weather now, where temps have been warm today, but look for them to cool off later tonight. Let's find out how much and when. Hutch is here with the details. Hutch?
Mike, thanks so much. Crystal clear skies as we look into the Grand Forks area and up in our northern counties. Things are fairly quiet and all of us are enjoying warmer weather than yesterday. As forecast, many of us near 80. We do have some warmer weather near the South Dakota border where it's in the upper 80s for Mobridge and mid 80s in Bismarck. Right now, the coolest air, though, central Minnesota. A few clouds showing up on the satellite here starting to clear. So your temperatures may be bolstered a little bit into the late evening hours in the Bemidji and Park Rapids areas, but nothing like it is in Walla Walla, where it's 115 degrees at this hour. Spokane at 108, Yakima 113. Temperatures at sunset will really quickly fall thanks to the dry air. We stay clear here in Fargo. A few more clouds expected as we go through the overnight hours up north. I'll tell you what's causing that. Your forecast for your hump day as well as the big holiday weekend ahead. I'll have those details shortly.
It's a big forecast.
It is.
Thanks. North Dakota State University President Dean Bershani is stepping down. That matter surfaced today at the State Board of Higher Education meeting in Minot. The board voted 6-1 to accept his resignation. Bershani will serve as president through 2022 and then become a tenured NDSU professor. No word at this point as to why Bershani resigned, and it wasn't discussed publicly by the board today. Bershani has served as NDSU's 14th president. He was appointed back in 2010. Officials for CCRI in Moorhead say that they have never experienced a labor crisis of this magnitude, and right now they have enough job openings to fill at least 90 full-time jobs. Some staff are having to work the equivalent of 2 full-time jobs just to cover the care of current clients. Referral bonuses, a hiring bonus, and additional pay for those willing to work weekends are incentives being used.
And we're in such a competitive market right now with unemployment being low, obviously COVID's ending and those things, is we're all kind of fighting for that same staff that's out there.
With the staffing shortage, there are about 80 people on a waiting list for the 24-hour care that CCRI provides. Bach says that they're looking to hopefully get some people, hopefully college students, that might fill some of those positions in the fall. North Dakota State University's School of Nursing and Williston State College are teaming up to create more opportunities for nursing students. The deal creates a seamless transition with WSC students with 2-year nursing degrees to then go on and pursue their Bachelor of Science in Nursing degrees through NDSU completely online.
This is a big thing because this means the nurses we train will stay at home and work with people at home, and then they'll still have the ability to learn and stay at home and work.
The courses build on the nursing knowledge that students gain in their associate degree educations without repeating content from their previous nursing programs. A Fargo man has been charged with sexually assaulting a young girl for nearly 2 years. Raymond Vogel is charged with 6 counts of gross sexual imposition. Authorities say the victim was under the age of 15 at the time of the assaults, and she told investigators the abuse lasted from January of 2019 until the end of December of 2020. If convicted on all counts, Vogel faces at least 10 years in prison. A Fargo man's in jail tonight accused of stabbing someone over the weekend. Police arrested Abasaman Musu for aggravated assault. Officials say that they called police after seeing Musu stab another man in the neck on the 10th Street South between 8th and 7th Avenues. Police say the victim is recovering and that 2 men knew each other. Jamestown police are looking for someone who tried to steal a UTV. If you recognize this vehicle, you're asked to contact Stutsman County Dispatch at the number on your screen, 701-252-1000. The police say that you can also send them a message on their social media accounts. The Attorney General's Office of North Dakota is warning residents in the state about a new twist on an old scam. Attorney General Wayne Stengham says it's an old trick for scammers to send an email or text notification that a charge has been made to your Amazon or Apple account. But now he says people are asked to send or upload a copy of their driver's license to verify their identity. He says never ever provide a copy of that personal information. The real customer service agents at those companies would never ask for it. With the upcoming holiday, keep in mind that explosive and aerial fireworks are illegal in Minnesota. You can, however, sell, possess, and use certain non-explosive and non-aerial consumer fireworks. Sparklers, cones, and tubes that emit sparks are examples of what's legal. What's not? Firecrackers, bottle rockets, Roman candles, mortars, and shells, just to name a few. Later on Valley News Live at 6, the annual school supply drive is underway. Why it's so crucial to so many in our area.
A big forecast coming up, and this is my friend. This here is Larry. Larry has a huge tip for all of you with plans for the holiday weekend. I'll have that, and we'll take a look at your forecast. Check out these beautiful clouds here, heating of the day, and boom, boiling up some cumulus clouds over in the Devil's Lake Basin. Your forecast.